Sometimes toy is considered a reckless waste of money, but it also a ritual that carries an educational character. In order to cherish warm recollections of landmark moments, people mark celebrations. The Kazakhs have preserved many traditions and customs that pervade life's important moments, like birth, marriage, raising children, hospitality, and celebration arrangements, which have been passed to generation throughout the centuries. Kazakhs have always revered and highly valued their national customs and traditions. Today in our program, we will hold the ritual Tusau kesu to mark the child's first steps. You're watching Kazakh Live Dastur with Tamara Assar. Today's theme will be dedicated to the ritual Tusau kesu. Our guest is the Turkologist Oralbek Qazaq. Welcome to our studio, Oralbek. Every program we plunge deeply into the ancient history of the Kazakh customs and rituals. Our viewers are interested in knowing the origin of Tusau kesu tradition and whether other people celebrate it. Please tell us about it. Thank you, Tamara. The roots of this ritual take origin from the ancient times. The ritual Tusau kesu had been celebrated before the emergence of the Kazakh people. Our identity and the formation of statehood. In fact, this tradition is a widely celebrated tradition in the Turkic world.
Бұл Qazaq жеріне, яғни қазіргі Орта Азияға Алтайдан келген дәстүр.
This custom entered the Central Asia from Altai lands in the 2nd century BC.
Qazaq жеріне, Сарыарқаға соның ішінде біздің заманымызға дейінгі 200 жылда келді.
In other words, about 2,300 years ago. For example, this tradition appeared 200-300 years before the birth of the Prophet Muhammad. It's closely related to nature.
Ол табиғат әсерімен тығыз байланысты.
Did the climate influence it? Yes, as we know, winter seasons in the Altai territory are severe.
Өзінде ол жерде тұратын халық.
Nearly 3,000 years ago, children who were born in the winter in this region rarely survived.
Ол кезде 2000 жарым жыл бұрын
many children died. For example, a woman could give birth to 10 children, and half of them died from the cold.
сұрақ белгісіндеді. Көп бала шетінеп кетіп.
The survived children passed down the family name.
Соның жарыстан көбі шетінеп қалғаннан.
It was for such children that this ritual was held.
Яғни бала
in order to ensure that in future they could stand firmly on their feet to carry on the family name.
Тұсау кесу дәстүрі өмірге келді. Яғни тұсау кесер.
The meaning of this ritual is to make the child strong and confident. Tradition fuels our culture. Instead of being a synonym for the past, tradition brings out the connection of the past in, as well as to the present. Tusau kesu is carried out differently in each region. The tradition was influenced by various changes depending on social status and due to climatic conditions. Nowadays, a black and white rope is used to tie baby's legs around. But in the past, the rope was made of grass or animals' guts. Tell us about it, please. In general, rope made of black and white thread symbolized the child's skills to distinguish the right and wrong, his honesty and integrity in the future. Tusau kesu ritual in the Central Asia acquired its social status and role only with the arrival of the Qazaqs in the steppe. People's attitude towards tradition varied. Black and white rope means worship to the god. Life is a series of moments, and moments are always changing, just like intentions. They may be negative or positive. This rope means that the child must withstand hardships and don't wish someone evil. Sometimes ropes were made of woven grass, wishing that the child grew quickly and gained strength, so that he is successful in life. Yes, so that he passed down his family name, raised children. It's widely known that our nomadic ancestors moved from one place to another. Sometimes their social status was low. so that they hadn't a rope but only a green grass at hand. They made the rope of grass and held Tusau keser ritual as a good sign. Kazakhs always used to follow traditions and rules. Therefore, they always attach some sacred meaning to the ropes made of green grass.
Жалпы көк шөппен тұсау кесудің тағы да бір мағынасы.
The ritual of cutting rope made of green grass originated in the 11th century. Why in the 11th century?
Өйткені неге 11-ші ғасырларда? 11-ші ғасырда Қазақ жерінде
During this period, mighty nomadic tribes migrated from Altai region to the Kazakh lands.
келешек көсем Yemenнің
The future leader who united them was Qazaq. According to the legend, he was born in the hollow of an oak. His mother at once made the rope from green grass, tied his legs at the foot and cut the rope. Thus, Tusau keser ritual was held. In turn, Tusau keser ritual, which was held with a rope made of animals' guts, also carried a certain meaning, thus wishing a child health and prosperity. In general, the maintenance of family traditions and conveying family history from one member to another is exactly what makes the family and the country a solid unit. 3 different types of ropes were used for Tusau keser ritual. Animals' guts, green grass, and the rope were used for Tusau keser rite. In general, an honored person who could become an example for the child cut the ropes. It's believed that the child will inherit the virtues of that person. Therefore, a highly respected, young, healthy, beautiful person was chosen to cut the ropes. Especially baturs and singers were selected among the guests. Today, this rite is renewed and improved. A white large strip of fabric was used for Tusau keser. A silver coin, a book, a sword were placed in front of a child. He had to choose one of them. When the ropes are cut, parents hold the child by hands and he begins to take his first steps. Guests are waiting impatiently which of the things the baby will choose. If he takes a sword, he will become a batir. If he chooses a book, he was believed to become a scientist. If he takes a coin, he will be rich. If he takes a whip, he will be a judge. Thank you very much, Jibek, for coming to our studio and sharing such deep knowledge in the field of Turkology. I believe that our viewers have received a lot of useful information, and we continue the program. We continue the Kazakh Live Dastur program at the svadba.kz center. The next guest of our program is a favorite singer of the Kazakh people, a cultural figure of Kazakhstan, Saken Maygaziev. Welcome, Saken. Hello, my dear viewers, compatriots.
Dastur, telegörürmenler.
Saken, you're often invited to perform Tusau keser rite. How many times did you cut the ropes? Since I was preparing to this program today, I asked my assistant about this. He has been working with me for 2 years. Only 2 years? Right. He answered me that during this period, I performed about 200 Tusau keser rites. It's great. Yes, it's only within 2 years. For example, there were cases when in one day we performed 3 rites of Tusau keser at once. Particularly during my concert in Shymkent, I personally cut the ropes to 7 children on the stage at once. Quite impressive. Some people look at this with understanding and some see this as a good foundation. Of course, the rite is performed after the provision and blessing of our elders. Frankly, after such a blessing from our elder men and women, people understand that this is a spiritual revival of a good tradition. In this regard, I want to stress that in order to revive our good traditions, it would be reasonable to popularize this rite along with dancing and musical accompaniments at celebrations.
Осы ала жүріп дәріптесек, біз нұр үстіне нұр болар еді деп ойлаймын.
It's wonderful. And who did cut the ropes of your children? Tusau Kisir rite for my son was held by his grandmother. She cut the ropes. As you know, we have been waiting for our daughter Rayana for 15 years. It was an exciting moment for us. Therefore, we asked highly respected writer, Zenia Pakhmetova, to cut the ropes of our daughter. Well, it's great. She may set an example to the Kazakh daughter-in-law. She's a talented person. She's a symbol of intelligence, morality, and wisdom. Not everyone is destined to be the daughter-in-law of the Kazakh Batyr Bojan Mamushuli, because not everyone is destined to withstand his criticism and experience all the hardships of life with a Kazakh hero. Zenit Akhmetova received the blessing of Boshan Mamushuli, so that with the aim of all her good virtues passed to our daughter, we asked her to hold Tusau Kisir rite. First, she refused to hold the rite, referring on her old age. We insisted. As a result, only when the composer, Jibek Kurmanaliyev, said her some words, she was motivated to agree to hold Tusau Kisir. What did he say? He said, joking of course, the size of your feet is so small, but you travel a lot across the world, putting on those small shoes. And do not say that you cannot do that because of your old age. After these words, she agreed to cut the ropes of our daughter. We were recently at a celebration event. That evening, Zenit Akhmetova was supposed to cut the ropes of Baglan Abduraimov's daughter, and she presented this honor to my wife, Dinara. It's wonderful. It's known that ropes can be made of grass, got in black and white threads. Our respected neighbors and friends Oljan, Alma, and Gulnazia held Tusau Kisir rite to our second daughter. And we see that Mariam adopted all the good character features of these women. My daughter is friendly, kind-hearted, and versatile. Tusau Kisir rite for our third daughter was held by our friend, who is a beautiful and intelligent and highly respected woman in our country. It's wonderful. And who did cut your ropes in your childhood? Honestly, such a rite was not held in my childhood. There was an elder woman who was highly respected in our village, so when I was born, she cut my umbilical cord. Until now, my mother honors her and she's proud that she trusted her. Kazakhs are superstitious people. It comes from the time immemorial, and we cannot avoid this. Therefore, someone honors these traditions and someone forgets them. Nowadays, rituals combine the traditions changed by both internal and external migration of Kazakhs. This also applies to Tusau Kisir rite. We often attend solemn events and celebrations. What do you like and dislike about this? Is there any disadvantage in this rite? Maybe you noticed some mistakes while people hold this rite. Every country has its own customs. Nowadays, the Kazakh people revere old traditions. For example, in some regions, the child's robes are cut with scissors. During the ceremony, you cannot insist on using a knife. In social networks, this is being discussed vigorously. They say that it's necessary to cut from the front and not from the back, not with scissors but with a knife, and so on. In this regard, in the framework of the spiritual modernization program, in the framework of the 7 facets of the Great Step, along with the respected citizens of our country and ethnographers Zenit Akhmetova, Mukhudin, Isaulu, I believe that it's necessary to publish a book describing the real traditional rules of conducting rites, investigating deeply our customs. For example, in some regions, it's forbidden to cut the ropes with scissors, as it meant that the child might quarrel with everyone. But some people see only good intentions in this. For example, there is a skilled improviser, Akın Akmaral Lyubaeva. Once we held Tusau Kisir rite at her house. She cut the rope tied on the child's legs and said, I point one side of the scissors to Alatau, the second to Karatau. She accepted it with pleasure because she sees good intentions in this action. Some cut the rope with a knife. Our elder women bless this rite and approve of such method. It is disrespectful to argue with the elders on how to correctly observe the rules of traditions. I will cut the ropes as they wish, either from the front or from the back. The main thing is good intentions. Yes, intentions. True, it depends on the people's intentions, I must say. I worry much when I hold such a ceremony. We are all human, we tend to make mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. Sometimes I'm afraid to have failures. I am emotional about every step I take. Especially, I understand the responsibility laid on me when I help the child to make his first steps. And every time I pray to perform the rite decently, live up to parents' expectations. I wish that all parents teach their children good virtues so that they appreciate and revere Asian traditions in the future. Let it be so. Second, as we are close friends, I'm watching you from aside. I'm pleased with your work. I want to say, no matter how the ropes are cut with scissors or a knife, the main thing is that our intentions, wishes to the child are pure and kind. Kazakhs are superstitious people. They cut the ropes made from woven grass and threads, considering this a good omen. Moving from one pasture to another, they made the rope for Tusau kesu rite from everything they had at hand. Wishing our children health and prosperity. Yes, it's true. The Kazakh people made a rope woven from grass, wishing a child to grow strong and independent. Therefore, I know your intentions are kind. I ask you to not worry about anything. People believe in two sacred things. The first, kalima, that is a Muslim creed, and the second is good intentions and kind wishes. People trust you. They want their children to adopt all your virtues in future, because you set an example. I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to add that the Kazakhs say, don't step over a black and white rope, teaching their children to be careful, to avoid wrong actions. Parents want their children to distinguish the right from wrong, to grow courageous. It turns out that the meaning of cutting a black and white rope lies deeply, as Zeneb Akhmetova said. The white and black rope symbolizes the realities of the world, day and night, happiness and sadness, good and evil. Everything is relative. Therefore, the black and white rope was used at Tusau kesu so that the child would not lose heart in difficult moments, and his pride and happy moments never become vanity. You said inspiring words. You admire Zeneb Akhmetova and other distinguished people and take an example from them. They are our intelligentsia. They are dignified people of our country. It's necessary to prepare an excellent encyclopedia about the Kazakh traditions and customs, jointly with our intelligentsia, ethnographers, researchers, art critics. It would be great if this book is used as a textbook at schools. If this book would be used as a learning guide, all misunderstandings and disputes relating to the traditional rites will be settled. Yes, you're right. With a common rule, this will be a wonderful tutorial for all people. This is the goal of our program Kazakh Live Dastur. Today, to demonstrate Kazakh customs and traditions to the whole world. I'm grateful for you to have shared this time with us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tamara. We have a request to you, not only from me, but also from parents. Who would like you to perform the ceremony of Tusau kesu to their child. First, it will be demonstrative, and the second, the child will receive your blessing. It's an honor for me. I'm also grateful to this program, the team, and you, Tamara. To the chiefs. The famous poet Bakhit Bedikhan shared his view on the program, A Course for the Future, Spiritual Modernization. He said that this program covers all the aspects of our life. Indeed, everything is prescribed in a perfect way in this program. The 7 facets of the Great Step program has become a component of this program. We're the nation which has deep historical roots, and do not forget about it. We must be spiritually enriched. In this regard, we must be united. Thank you for trusting me.
Рахмет, қолқа салғандарыңыз.
Well, let's hold Tusau keser ceremony. Okay. Hello, dear guests. Hello, welcome to our studio. Accept my warmest congratulations on such an occasion. Today is a wonderful day. The baby takes his first steps. Tamara, sit down closer. Okay, with our blessing we'll cut the ropes. His name is Aybarız. May Aybarız become a decent son of his people. May the Qazaq bless us. Bless the child. Dear ones, I congratulate you on Tusau keser rite for Aybarız. May his every step be blessed. Let him be healthy. May he be talented and reach achievements. May the Almighty grant him all the virtues. Let it be so, Tamara. So be it. I wish all your family health. I wish prosperity to our people. I wish your child strength and bright, decent life. Let it be so. Let's start.
Келі ғой, құлыншақ.
Don't cry, baby. You're a strong boy. Second, here's the rope. Well done. I prepared the knife.
Bıçaқты да dayındayın.
Let the boy have some candies. You're right. In the name of God, let me remove the candy wrapper. Aybarız Batir, let his grandfather bless him. Second, let the child have his candy. I wish him happiness. Here's the knife. We received a blessing from elders with the name of the God. Let's begin our ceremony. May he be a worthy follower of our prophet. May Allah bless him and have mercy on him. Let him become an educated, decent, exemplary citizen of his people. So let's go. Accept my sincere congratulations.
Tusau'nda keseyim, halaşıptı şişeyim, kutlu bolsun talabın senin. Böbegim şın köngülmen, tilegim bol ömürde, tusalmasın kadamın senin.
The child's grandmother was anxiously waiting for what the child would choose. He chose the dombra. This means that he will become a man of art. Let only success be found on his creative path. Let him be educated. Let it be so. May I take this part of robe so that I was also destined to have such happiness.
Amin, айтқаным. Amin.
Today we had a chance to witness Tusau keser ceremony in the program Kazakh Live Dastur. Zakin Magaziyev cut the ropes of Aybarız, wishing him a happy life. It's a historical moment. May the steps of our children be blessed. Congratulations on Tusau keser ceremony. See you soon. Goodbye.